and welcome back. It's another episode of Crypto News with Julie Kennis. I'm your host, Julie Kennis, and as always, this show is powered by the Gokhshtein News Network and sponsored by Cipher. You guys, shout out to Cipher. And shout out to probably Cake Wallet. You guys, I saw Cake Wallet last year at the Bitcoin conference. This was from Bitcoin last year. But I am in Cake Wallet's DMs like, hi, how are you? Rizzing them up. Let's collab. My DMs are open, Cake Wallet. I'm just teasing you guys. I am very happy to be back. We knew, and I think we called it on yesterday's show, that we would be seeing 69,000 Bitcoin. We knew we would have 69,000 Bitcoin. We just had a feeling. We knew it was coming. So, yes. Let's see here. Shout out to everyone in the chat. Sorry, I'm trying to catch up. You guys, Brian, you gotta love this. You gotta love Brian. Brian comes in, steals the number one spot from Mike Vollmer. He steals the number one spot from Mike Vollmer. And then he goes, oh, but I've got to leave because my other show is on traditional television. So we're going to go with the trad television night. So he's on trad television night. I think we revoke his number one spot. It's like he went and picked up his bib to run the marathon. And then he got dropped off right at the finish line and said, oh, I won. I'm just teasing. Would I look lovely wearing a headband? Thank you. I like the earmuffs on me. And I don't wear them because I have like pointy ears or anything. My ears are normal. But you guys, the Bitcoin conference in Vegas is coming up. And I did a little bit of shopping. And I'm so excited because, I like to have my outfits on point. And I've been to a couple of Bitcoin conferences now. There's a couple of different things, right? A couple of different looks that people go for. Some people will go for like your standard business attire or business casual attire. And then other people are just straight crypto degen. Now I've always wore like a dress, a skirt. I've had I think the first year I went to the Bitcoin conference, I wore like this 3-piece tweed outfit. Really pretty outfit. But this year I'm really excited about my outfit because I'm doing a little like Japanese, like almost like schoolgirl inspired theme with like my pleated skirt and my knee-high socks and my cute little girly shoes. Like I just like have the whole, I'm like getting so excited because I have the outfit for the conferences like dialed in. Like I already know, in the evening when we go to whatever side events that are going on, like I'm sure there's going to be Nolcha shows. So I did put in for our tickets. So we will be attending the conference. Am I frozen? No, I'm back. Okay. So I'm super excited because I do have our tickets pending. And we will be attending. So I started to buy the outfits and I'm so excited. But yes, I need to pick out my outfits for like the evening. When I go out, I'm starting to coordinate with people who we're going to, see. One of them is Chris Jordan. So Chris Jordan, he does Coffee with Captain. I was chatting with him. I have not seen him since, I think it's probably been since Austin. So it's been like a year and a half since I've seen him. So I'm really excited to see him. He grinds on YouTube. He started initially doing X Spaces, and then he switched to the live streaming format. So I just want to chat with him. He's in the same thing, doing the same things I am. And so sometimes it's just fun to get together with my people. I get together with my people. So, and I don't know why, because I've been to crypto conferences before. I've been to the Bitcoin conference before. I've been to an epic Bitcoin conference. So there's nothing that really makes this one extra special except for the fact that Joxie and I are going together. And I think that we're really going to have a great time. Like I said, I don't normally do like girl Vegas stuff. And this is like girl Vegas stuff. This is like, the girls are gonna cut loose. The girls are gonna cut loose. So I'll have to make sure Joxie's good. You know, she drinks and imbibes in the alcohol. So I'll make sure she is safe. I will make sure I get us around safely. And so, yeah, I'm super excited. I'm starting to think about like where we could go eat, who we can see, who we can run into, who we can make content with. I have been working on a content piece that, I think I have it all written out now. So I'm getting really close, and now I just need to kind of cut the scenes for it, I think. And so, yeah. So I'm really excited. I don't know if I'm freezing on my end on my live stream feedback, but let me know if it's okay in the chat, you guys. If it's okay in the chat. So if you guys are new here, smash the subscribe. I go live every day at 1 o'clock Pacific time. That's Monday through Friday, occasionally on the weekends. But of course, with the Bitcoin conference coming up, I will be going live more for the Bitcoin conference, and we will be doing things like going around the strip. So once I'm inside the conference, moving around, it can be a little choppy. Sometimes certain parts of the conference black out. And so, but I do want to do some stuff like going around the strip and things like that. When you're walking through the casinos, also there are dead zones. So you can't always live stream walking through the casinos. So it's kind of hit and miss. I've done it enough times. I kind of know where I can take you now, where I can't take you. So if you're new here, smash the subscribe, because let's see, it's about a month from now. So April 25th, we'll be getting in. April 25th? No, April 26th. I can't remember you. Anyway, but Andrew Gordon was one of the people that I interviewed last year, and he was a phenomenal interview. I'm hoping to see him again. I kind of teased him a little bit because last year when I interviewed him, his assistant initially wrote me back and she's like, "Oh, were you going to go to the brunch?" And the VIP brunch. And I'm like, VIP brunch? Well, yes, I want to go to the VIP brunch. And then she wrote me back and she said, "Oh, I'm so sorry, it's full." Well, so then I kind of gave Andrew a bit of a hard time when we went to do our interview, like, "Hey, you were supposed to invite me to your VIP brunch." And so the VIP brunch, you guys, had like Cynthia Lummis and all of these people who have been working on the drafting of the Clarity Act. And so I just kind of poked him and I'm like, "Hey, don't forget to include me on your VIP brunch." Don't know if he's having one again. But if he has the in with Cynthia Lummis, I'm like, I kind of want to chat with her. Like, look, I know now, right? She's not running for re-election. I think she's had a lot more headwind on the Clarity Act and stable coins and getting everything passed. Like, I think it's been a lot more difficult than she realized. And I think she just doesn't want to continue her re-election. So I would like to chat with her before she exits stage left after proposing the Bitcoin strategic reserve, which we still don't have, by the way. We still don't have a Bitcoin strategic reserve. So we're strategically confiscating Bitcoin, and that is our strategic reserve. So looks like we've got about 20 of you here on the live stream. You guys retweet it out, post it in your group chats, drop some comments. Let's get the vibes going. Let's get some more people in the room. I know the price is down, but who doesn't like Bitcoin at 69,000? We knew it was happening. So, and we kind of knew it was going to be down today. We knew it. So, but we will continue, you guys. Let's go ahead and take a look at the crypto charts. I am muted again. Thank you, Mom. I'm still muted. Did it mute and then remute me? Oh my God. I'm like, hold on. Is Joxie backstage messing with my mic? You guys, she's told me before that she would come in here at some point and just kind of, have some fun with us. Have some fun with us. Like this.
I warned you, skank!
I'm just kidding. We would never fight. We would never fight. We love each other too much. All right, you guys. Bitcoin fell down a cliff. It fell down a cliff. It went down to 69, and we knew it was going to 69. We knew it. We talked about it yesterday. We did. We talked about it yesterday. So here we are. We've had a nice little pop-up from our 69K. We are headed into Friday, and I want to say that things could potentially be looking good on a Friday, because if we have a positive inflow day, if we have a green day, it typically is on a Friday. I mean, like, look, that's payday, right? It's payday, right? So, anyway, we are sitting here just at the 70,000 range, but we sat at 69 for a little bit this morning, which we called yesterday on the show. Let's take a look at Ethereum. Oh, money flow here on the market cipher line. Let's take a look at it though. Let's take a look at it. So I wanted to show you this. So money flow has been fully, since our uniboob, we have been money flow out. Money flow out. And look, it turned green just for a hair of a second. And then we were back into the red, and we're still in the red. And so we could see that, like, there's a little bit of positive momentum here. We did go up to 70,000, but the money flow is still in the red. This on the 15-minute chart. If I drill on the 5-minute chart, it'll show that it's in the green. It'll show it's in the green right now. So you can drill in and get a little bit closer on that. If you guys want the market cipher indicators, there is a link in my description. Go click the link. Buy the thing. You get a discount too. And it helps me. It helps me look good. Don't you want to help me look good? Because usually I have to get up and just make myself look good every day. And let me tell you, that gets old. I didn't just wake up like this. Although you guys have seen me when I've just woken up. So there is that too. So Bitcoin, it's down just about 1% on the day, but we're starting to get a little bit of a positive recovery now. So let's go ahead and move it down to Ethereum. Ethereum, we went all the way down to 2,100. We're popped back up to like 2,145. So still just, everything is just still kind of trading sideways. We're in this chop. Unless we have a greater move, either up or down. Right now, bears are in control. Even though there has been some positive flow. There has been some positive Momo. There are some potentially negative things on the horizon we'll talk about. All right. Oh, Solana is trading at $88.97, just below $89. Chainlink, it's hanging on to $9.04. And Binance, it's down ever so slightly. Ever so slightly. Like, wait, ever so slightly. Yeah, it looks like it's only down 1%, because I feel like yesterday when we were on the live stream, it was $6.46. So we're down about $6. In the grand scheme of things, Binance is not down that much. Dogecoin is still perpetually at 9 cents, and Sui is down just about a penny. So not too bad. Blocky is in control. Blocky Bear is in control. All right, let's go ahead and move over to our Crypto Bubbles Top 100. Kind of mixed across the board. Was having fun jumping around here. You know, the Trump coin, I'm expecting there to be a pump on this, because I believe this is the one where he's having the private, you got to stake, I think it's 5 million in official Trump token. I don't know. I expect it to have a little bit of a pump for the people who want to be included in that. Trump loves his pay for play. Hey, Julie, there is hope. You're doing good. Thank you, Steve Hickey. I appreciate the shout out. That's amazing. Thanks, fam. Thanks. So Pepe, my beloved Pepe, it's down. It is down about 2%. But you guys, this is one that I still think, if we're going to talk about meme coins, and I know a lot of you guys hate your meme coins. I know a lot of you hate your meme coins. But Pepe reigns supreme. And Pepe has had some good movement on it. And it's one that I will get back into once I start to exit some of my stablecoin positions. But right now I'm hanging on my stables. So, let's see. I wanted to move back over to here. The 2 to 300. Gosh, there was one that had just popped up and disappeared. Some crazy pump and dump over here. I was hoping we could see it again. But look at our good friend Pippin. Scotty Pippin hanging on to his 220th spot. Down from the top 100. Ouch. Ouch. Sorry, Scotty Pippin. Why are there so many like athletes and celebrities and people like that coming into crypto? I get that they think it's easy money. And in some respects it can be easy money, but it's really not. It's really not. And these people aren't really bringing people into crypto. They're not really bringing people into crypto. So then are people just playing on the bundles and just don't get me started, because you know, I felt a certain sort of way about Iggy Azalea when she dropped her token and she was doing Oh Mother Provides and she was twerking and it was like full on strip clubs. And I was like, crypto had never felt more disgusting than when all these coins were being launched. We had Iggy Azalea and all of her stripper girls twerking. Like, people were doing drugs on the live streams. Like, it just, like, really descended into pure madness. It was pure madness. And people were all cheering it on. I hope we do better this next time. You guys, I hope we do better this next time. Because as an industry, we truly deserve so much better. And people are pouring so much of their hard-earned money, time, etc. into the things that they're building here. And it's funny to me because you will actually see people from like Solana Foundation that will tell these influencers who are very extreme in what they do, they'll just say, please stop. Please stop. And that's just sad. You know, that's just sad. Is that really, do you really want, you know, the foundation to be embarrassed of you and how you're portraying that blockchain or the image that you're giving the world of that blockchain? It's like people automatically judge chains. You know, the Bitcoin crowd is one crowd. Because you have the Bitcoin maxis that are like anti anything but just pure Bitcoin. And then you have people that are Bitcoin maxis that build on Bitcoin. But then you have Solana and Ethereum and Cardano. You can go down the line. You can go down the line. There's all of them. And depending on the ones that you've used, you may have found that each different blockchain has its own community, its own flavor, its own brand. And some of it comes from a foundation level and some of it doesn't. Some of it are just, people doing a guerrilla marketing on their own, like scaling the Hollywood sign and doing stuff like that. And not that there's anything wrong with that. It gets the views. It gets a lot of attention. I don't know if getting arrested would be the attention that I would want. But I mean, it gets the attention. It gets the attention. So it works. It works. And I will never be that extreme. But you guys better know that me and Joxie are going to have so much fun. We're going to clip our microphones on and we're going to go do some fun shenanigans. And you guys are all on the ride with us. So I hope you guys are all ready to have some fun. So, but until then, let's get into some breaking news. Not muted. Am I muted? Am I muted? Okay. I am going to come stream, crash, and come in live myself. Yes. You guys should all come. You guys should come to Vegas. Did I mute myself? I muted myself. It's like when Joxie and I start fighting and we put each other up and down from the stage. It's the producer's fault, and I am the producer. So, quadruple witching arrives tomorrow as market braces for potential Bitcoin volatility. Bitcoin tends to show muted performance on quadruple witching days in 2025, followed by weakness in the days or weeks after. I could tape over the mute button. That's great. Okay, on Friday, global markets will face a $1 trillion market quarterly derivatives event known as quadruple witching. The event occurs on the third Friday of March, June, September, and December, when 4 major types of derivatives expire simultaneously. These include stock index future, stock index options, single stock options, and single stock futures. So, because traders must close, roll, or settle these positions simultaneously, trading activity often surges and price swings can intensify on traditional markets, in the traditional markets. So, we will see some volatility tomorrow. Although, yes, I would expect hey, it's Friday. We could have a positive day. I am not too sure. And perhaps the volatility gives us a positive Friday, but then it dumps. It could dump. It could just be positive because of all of the positions moving. Exact figures for the March 2026 expiry have not yet been published, though recent events illustrate the scale. In March of 2025, roughly 4.7 trillion worth of equity and index derivatives expired during the quarterly event. According to TradeStation, that session saw the highest S&P 500 trading volume of the entire year, while other witching days also recorded above average trading activity. So large expiries like this often force institutions to rebalance their portfolios, unwind hedges, and adjust risk exposure with a short window. Much of the activity tends to concentrate in the final hours of trading when liquidity spikes and volatility can increase rapidly, which is what I just said. It's like it would be a day where you have a positive day and then as soon as market closes, it dumps. It just makes sense to me. It's just how they move. That's just how they move. Okay, this quarter's expiration arrives during an already volatile trading environment. Conflict in the Middle East recently pushed oil prices to $120 per barrel, while gold slipped below 4,600 and Bitcoin fell below 69,000. Although some of those numbers are not correct, because let's be real here. The crude US dollar prices have not been 120. I believe 120 was like the UAE price or other industry price or other countries' price, but our price per barrel, I think, actually, let's take a look at it. Yeah, we're trading at 94.35 right now. Okay. So although quadruple witching originates in traditional finance, it can also spill over into crypto markets. Bitcoin increasingly trades alongside broader risk assets, meaning sharp moves and liquidities often ripple into digital markets. So things are gonna get spicy tomorrow. So I'm trying to see what John Legend said. Plenty to get sorted before AI can work on my internet income. Yes, I need to reformat the PC because yes. I honestly, I feel like we're starting to see a major shift. In fact, I'll go ahead and jump to this news article because I was going to mention this. You may have seen this hit your desk today. Crypto.com cuts 12% of its staff as it integrates AI across the business for efficiency. The exchange has laid off about 180 employees as it restructures and rolls out enterprise-wide AI to drive efficiencies. So, Singapore-based crypto exchange Crypto.com is cutting about 12% of its workforce, or roughly 180 employees, as it leans into AI-driven efficiency, joining a growing wave of firms shrinking teams while betting on automation. We're joining the list of companies to integrate enterprise-wide AI, a Crypto.com spokesperson told CoinDesk, as we continue to prioritize resources around key growth areas and drive efficiencies across our business. We reduced our workforce by approximately 12%. So this was Chris Marzakal of Crypto.com CEO said on X that it would not pivot towards the integration of AI if their processes will fail. Companies that have moved slowly will be left behind, he said. Companies that move immediately and pair the best AI tools with top performers will achieve the level of scale and precision that was previously impossible. This is where we must go. Okay, so in February, he said Crypto.com spent $70 million to buy AI.com, signaling his company's move into artificial intelligence, a sector that reached roughly $1.5 trillion worldwide spending in 2025. Also, we had the big beautiful bill, which was supposed to, I believe, a lot funding into AI and to AI infrastructure. And so a lot of these companies have been incentivized to move into AI. Why would you not move into it? They're wanting to bring crypto back domestic. They want to have AI and crypto be a hub here in the United States. And so this is why we're starting to see all of these companies move into AI, because there's so much money there. Hello, Jesse. Welcome in. So the Singapore headquarters exchange had roughly 1,500 employees before this cut. So of the 1,500, only 180 are losing their job. 180 sounds like a lot, but I don't know, 1,500 employees. And then it's like, well, how long until they start to cut more back and cut more back and cut more back? So let's see. The move marks the latest round of layoffs for Crypto.com, which has trimmed the staff multiple times in recent years, like I was saying, amid shifting market conditions and internal restructuring, including a 20% workforce reduction in 2023. Plus Singapore, I imagine, I believe like the cost of living is fairly high in Singapore, so I would imagine they have to pay a really good wage to the people who live there. But again, these are jobs that could have stayed here probably in the US if we did not have unfriendly regulation under the Biden administration that pushed these companies abroad because they had fear of being served well notices, of having to shut down, of being debanked. There's like so many different levels of what they were doing to systematically drive businesses abroad. So, let's see. Crypto.com layoff also follows Block's decision to reduce the 6,000 strong workforce by 40%. So it's just more jobs that are being taken away by AI. But I wonder, this is what I wonder, like, is there a database? Is somebody documenting how many of these jobs are being cut by these large corporations due to AI? Like Amazon, like Crypto.com, like all of these other companies that are starting to switch to a more automated industry. And if these companies are here working within the US and they're benefiting from the US economy, are these corporations going to have to pay? Like, just because you reduce your workforce, like they've reduced their workforce, it lowers their overhead. So the long-term goal is, although the robots and the integration of AI may be a steep upfront cost, there's government programs to help you do the funding. You already have the lion's share of all of the money coming in to be able to fund for you to transition into AI. And then you're cutting all of those jobs permanently so that you've reduced your operating expense indefinitely. Because again, you don't have to pay for medical expenses or somebody having, PTO, or your robots are just going to do the thing. Except for if you guys saw that one video of the robot that went rogue in the restaurant and he started like dancing and going crazy and they were all trying to like stop the robot. Yeah, there's going to be more of that. But when Elon Musk talks about a high universal income, I wonder if people who have been systematically removed from the workforce because of AI will be able to apply for these initial high universal payouts. Like, think about like the UAE, everybody became so wealthy there because they paid all of their citizens for extracting the oil. That's why everybody's wealthy there. Everybody has a high universal income there. So, I'm not saying I'm for a high universal income, but I mean, if these jobs are truly going to go away and there are no more jobs for people, then something has to give, right? So, but don't get me started on like the whole Bill Gates thing and his eugenics crap, because I think there's more stuff going on. There's more layers to this, but anyway. OpenClaw developers targeted in GitHub phishing scam offering fake token airdrops. So security researchers said attackers are impersonating OpenClaw on GitHub, luring developers to bogus claw tokens in giveaways that trick users into connecting their crypto wallets. So imagine this. You have OpenClaw running some trading for you, or it's potentially doing some automated withdrawal from your crypto account. And that essentially leaves an open vulnerability. That is an open port. So OpenClaw developers on GitHub, a platform and for collaboration and version control, are being targeted in a phishing campaign using fake token giveaways to lure victims to connecting their crypto wallets that can then be drained. The attackers created bogus GitHub accounts, targeted developers and issue threads, claiming that they had been selected to receive roughly 5,000 worth of claw tokens. A Tel Aviv-based cyber security company, OX Security, said on a blog post Wednesday. The attackers post links to the near identical clone of the OpenClaw website, but with a key addition, the prompt to connect the crypto wallet. Once the wallet's connected, the malicious code can trigger transactions or approvals that allow attackers to siphon the funds. The phishing page supports major wallets, including MetaMask, Wallet Connect, and Trust Wallet, widening the potential impact, OX said. The campaign highlighted an increasingly common attack vector in crypto, social engineering paired with wallet connection requests, often disguised as airdrops or developer rewards. By targeting GitHub users who interacted with OpenClaw-related repositories, the attackers made outreach appear more credible. So OpenClaw is an open source AI agent framework and developer tool that has recently attracted attention and controversy over crypto-related scams. So this is where we're at. There is a key, and people are now using OpenClaw to be able to exploit these open connections. So always remember to revoke your open connections, and just, you always need to do wallet maintenance. Always need to do wallet maintenance, because if too much time goes by, then you will forget about all of the things that you have open and all of the vulnerabilities that expose your money to scammers, to people who are trying to drain your wallet. So Bitcoin prediction market sees a 70% chance that Bitcoin crashes to 55K in 2026. Bitcoin bull market optimism has suffered since the October crash, as chances of an extended Bitcoin drop below 55,000 increase. So Bitcoin may go as low as 55,000 in 2026 as the market lacks bullish catalysts amid macroeconomic uncertainties. So the prediction market, the majority of traders on Polymarket and Kalshi expect Bitcoin to resume its downward trend through 2026 with targets as low as 40K. So many people are calling for 48,000. I honestly just don't know if we're going to get that low. I think people are just standing in line ready to buy as soon as it gets that low. As soon as it gets that low. It's not going to get that low. Maybe 49 for a brief second and then right back to 50, because people would just be buying it up. And I mean, it would need a major catalyst to make a major move down at this point. And right now, Bitcoin has remained relatively strong amidst all of the global geopolitical stuff. So the majority of the traders are expecting this to go down. There's a 71% odd it drops below 55K before December 31st. So does that mean pump and then dump before the end of the year? Because you usually want to sell before December 31st. You usually want to sell before December 31st. You need to be taking profits and taking losses along the way. That just helps you. It helps you in the long run. Okay. Major League Baseball inks a deal with U.S. regulators, Polymarket. So the memorandum of understanding with the CFTC chair, Michael Selig, comes as many U.S. state authorities are cracking down on sports event contracts on prediction markets. Major League Baseball announced it has signed an integrity protection agreement with the U.S. CFTC as it separately inked a deal with the prediction markets platform Polymarket. On a Thursday announcement, the MLB said that its commissioner, Robert Manfred, said that it signed a memorandum of understanding with the CFTC chair, Michael Selig, following the league's request for a strong integrity protections on a rapidly evolving prediction market space. In a separate deal, the league said it had reached an agreement for prediction markets platform Polymarket to be its official prediction market exchange. So you now don't even need to go to a third party. You can actually place your bets right there with the Major League Baseball. The new agreements that we have formed with Polymarket and the CFTC are imperative steps to proactively managing a new and rapidly growing prediction market space. This, I feel like, you guys know I've been saying this, the gambling industry would come down on prediction markets. But if the Major League Baseball inks a deal with Polymarket, with the CFTC included, I think it's going to completely wipe out any chance that the gambling industry has to try and stop this. Because now you're talking about on a league level, the league is going to be able to process and profit from all of these bets. So, in August, the MLB sent a memo to players and clubs warning them about prediction markets, reminding them that the league's gambling rules apply to those platforms. In November, 2 Cleveland Guardian pitchers were charged with sharing inside information about their play with sports bettors. The deals were announced amid scrutiny from the federal and state lawmakers on prediction market platforms like Polymarket and Kalshi. In the U.S. Congress, lawmakers have named Polymarket as proposed law to crack down on bets related to military conflict, while the state level, both the platforms are facing lawsuits related to betting on sports events without a license. So the baseball season kicks off on March 26th. Go Dodgers! With 22 teams playing across the USA. As of Thursday, Polymarket has listed several event contracts for the league's springtime games. Yes, I will be going to a Dodger game. I went last year and, my son has a baseball glove this year. And so we are going to go sit out in the outfield and try and catch a home run ball. I've sat out in the outfield before. It's not my favorite. I'm kind of a bougie girl, right? I like to be like behind home plate, maybe some club level access, some of the nice food. But I really want to catch a home run ball. I really want my son to catch a home run ball. So we're going to go slum it in the outfield and try and catch a home run ball this summer. So go Dodgers. So that is the show for today, you guys. As always, the show is powered by the Gokhshtein News Network and sponsored by Market Cipher. You guys, if you are going to be in Vegas, give me a shout out. Let me know. We can either connect. We can maybe make some content. But we're going to be there having a great time in Vegas for the Bitcoin Conference 2026. So I look forward to seeing you all there. Thank you all for tuning in once again. I will be back tomorrow because tomorrow is Friday. And you guys all know what Friday is. It's the Julie and Joxie show at 10 a.m. And it's going to be bananas. It's going to be B-A-N-N-N-B-A. I can't spell bananas, you guys. I was going to pull out the Gwen Stefani and then my brain was not braining. So we better wrap it up. I'll see you all on the next one. Thanks for tuning in. Bye-bye.